Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. In this video, hopefully I'm going to save you at least $600. Could be $1,000 and a whole heap of pain and suffering. It's something that's what some people, it seems to be going around the traps. We'll call it all the traps. Yeah, it's more like going around Facebook and online places. It seems to be becoming more regular that people think this is a regular problem, and it's only a regular problem if you make this simple mistake. So avoid this at all costs, and the cost is nothing, just avoid it. Now I'm going to give you a whole heap of information. We're going to start off on this vehicle, give you all the experiences, including some of the information from doing our own research and what we've seen and heard from people directly online and directly from customers. And that is, some people seem to think that it's a common problem that this breaks off, okay? Now, just want to give you an example. This is a 2008 120, so it's 12 years old. It's got the original radiator. You can see it's all faded and whatever, you know. The hoses aren't going to break off. That's not going to break off either, right? You know, it's not going to break, right? If you lean on that, it is plastic, and it doesn't matter if this radiator is new or old. It's not old and brittle, you can see, you know. It's not a problem, right? It's not going to break, guys. It's not a regular problem. It's not a normal thing that breaks. It only breaks when you go and lean on it like that, okay? So do not lean on it is the key point. I'm going to give you a whole heap of other information as well. Have I demonstrated how it's not brittle? Okay. Now, obviously, when they get older, if it gets to, I don't know, 15 or 20 years old, maybe that'll change. We're talking about Prados here. We're not talking about other vehicles. We're not talking about Hyundais, Holdens or Fords or anything, okay? If we're on a Prado forum, if we're on a Prado group and we're talking about Prados, that's what we're talking about. So if your mechanic seems to think, oh yeah, it's a regular problem, well, either they're talking about regular problems on other cars, with older vehicles, poorer quality materials, even the larger hoses, this part, it does deteriorate and become brittle, and you know, you could just press on there and that'll just sort of break off. So let's be really clear what we're talking about here. It's Prados. We're talking 120, 150 Prados. These are not easy to break off, okay? We're going to go to another vehicle. Just because it's not a problem doesn't mean it hasn't been upgraded, and there is some upgrades. So let's go and show you those and continue the discussion there. All right, here's another one. This is a Hilux. Same deal, right? You know, plastic tanks, you know, bada bing, right? This is what you've got to understand. Please try and understand this, okay? Other workshops, they work on all sorts of cars. There's a lot of crap heaps and things like that happen. The reason we choose to work on these vehicles only is A, because we can, and B, because they're awesome vehicles for a number of reasons, okay? And this is one of them. Things don't deteriorate and fall apart on these Prados and Hiluxes like other brands and other models, okay? They are awesome quality. We do not see any deterioration in the tanks, at the hoses, at this bypass, you know, back to the tank, whatever, right? No dramas whatsoever. We see things like people busting down there, there's a little plug and there's a bracket and people rip that off when they work on it, whatever. We see people butchering cars, yeah, you know, ripping these clips out instead of carefully releasing them. This one's pretty good actually, but it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. But the point is, I have never, ever broken one of these on a Prado or a Hilux, and for years, that's all I've worked on. Every day, Prados, 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 never broken one. What does that tell you? I'm telling you, it's not a regular problem. If somebody that works on one a week or a couple a week or whatever the case may be, all sorts of cars, and they're going, it happens all the time. Well, maybe they're talking about other vehicles as well, or maybe they broke one or two, and they're going to just tell you that to make it sound like, oh, you know, yeah, it's a it happens all the time, mate. Yeah, you know, you need a new That way you just swallow the cost and you go, fair enough, yeah, regular problem. I'm telling you, it's not a regular problem. Now, let's go and have a look at some upgrades. Now, the good thing is, I'm about to show you an upgrade that, and this is the thing about the newer the vehicle, the better it is. Now, there's always some downsides to newer vehicles, and you've got to adapt to that a little bit, but this is where not only things you can see, there's a lot behind the scenes, things you can't see that have changed. So if Toyota sell a few radios, what's going on there, that's broken, well then they'll look at it and make it better. They're not there to go, oh yeah, we put that there on purpose, let's, yeah, cha-ching, cha-ching, you know. If there's something that they hear about that they can fix and make better, they strive to make everything, well, there's no such thing as perfect, but absolutely, awesomely, excellently, very good, or whatever, right? Anyway, let's go and have a look at this other one. Mate, how good is this? And what we're going to do is, and this is another really good reason if you haven't already to subscribe and make sure you got that bell on, because all the real actual information, that's what we give you. Real, actual, accurate information from real experiences, okay? Now, we own, we use, and we work on Prados. We also train and help other people do that. So we've got a lot of experience with this. So what I'm going to do, I know for a fact that the radiators in the 120 Prado are quite expensive. The 150 is cheaper. I haven't changed a lot of radiators, but I can't think of reasons why they're not the same. And if they're not the same, it may be because there's a couple extra mounting points on one that's not on the other or something like that. So what I'm going to try and do, because I know the 150 Prado radiators are reasonably priced, and we like genuine because you know how long they last, how clean they stay on the inside with that quality coolant and all the right maintenance, which other cars still, they're not that good even with the right maintenance, you know what I mean? So I'm going to, when I get a chance, try and fit a 150 radiator into a 120. So then people, when they have problems with the 120 radiator, maybe we can just put a 150 one into it. So to be confirmed, as I said, I can't think, there might, it might not work out. I'm not sure. I've actually got to have it in front of me, have it stripped down, compare side by side, and then do it. And I might have to think about it a bit before I do it, because there might be some really obvious reason. And if somebody knows the really obvious reason why you can't fit a 150 radiator into a 120, please put it in the comments to help us save us the effort. But yeah, we'll nut it out. And now, what I want to say here, this is a later 150. Like, this is 2019, but at whatever point in time, they changed the radiator. And what I'll note is this. It's bigger, so the fitting's bigger. It's a larger diameter. The hoses are larger diameter. Everything else looks very similar, but it's even shorter, right? So if you were to lean on it here, right? So what I mean wasn't just saying about how they solved the problem, okay? So even if you were to come in here and go like that, lean and press like that, right? It's going to be almost impossible to break that because A, it's bigger diameter and shorter. That's called re-engineered, right? It's been re-engineered. If you can break that one, good luck to you. So just because there's not a problem with it doesn't mean they don't make it better. You know what I mean? So if there's a few that are broken, let's make it better. I don't see it's going to break now. But it's certainly not a regular problem and, it's going to happen to everyone. It's going to happen. I've seen it happen. I have not done it. I have seen it happen. I've warned people for years. I've written it. I've said it in videos. That's why it pays to watch the videos. Again, that subscribe bell on. Watch them all. Go back and watch all the old ones. The information's there, guys. Every day I see people asking multiple questions. I'm going, if only you just watched the information, you would have all those answers and more. If there's a question, we've put the answer up. That's what I'm doing right now. I've said it in videos, but this one's specifically about this, and only those people that are subscribed, and when that email comes through saying 4x4 Diesel's uploaded another video, that click on it and go and watch it. You might not be able to do it then. You might need to wait till later that night or the next morning or whatever the case may be. You might even be able to listen on the way to work. Of course, don't look because you're driving, but you can press play and put it there before you leave and then just have it playing. And if with any luck, if you're sort of just on our channel, it'll just roll through to the next video and you can get some bonus information on the way to and from work. But look, so how do you like that? I reckon that's awesome. So as I said, that's one of the upgrades you can see. And there's also other upgrades, things behind the scenes that you can't see, right? Things that I can't even see and don't know about. Toyota, they're the engineers, they're the manufacturers, they're doing it. If there's something that comes up that can be improved, of course, that's what they do. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you got something out of that, please, excuse me, is that a single or is there another one coming? Single this time. Anyway, if you got something out of that, please remember to give us the thumbs up. Look at that one, it's a bit dry, isn't it? A bit too much work, I think. But yeah, thumbs up, guys, and if we, hopefully you got some information out of that. Show us we're doing the right thing by giving us the thumbs up on those videos, and we'll keep doing the same thing. Once again, thanks for watching. I got a bit of a tickle there. I think I'm going to sneeze again. Dust allergy, terrible. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See ya.